It's just different.
Welcome to The Sentiment, a thought-provoking show with discussions that consist of life's experiences. We are bringing thoughts and perspectives out of captivity and isolation into spaces that promote awareness, healing, restores hope, and proclaims victory in everyday thinking and living. Come sip with me. Hey, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back to The Sentiment. It's your girl, Latrice Chenee, and I am so excited to be back here with you all this evening. It has been a space of work-life balance and also planning a wedding. So it's so hard to be away from you all. However, in this season, I've had to balance quite a bit. So thank you for being patient with me. I've missed you all the last 3 shows, I believe. It was the holidays. They were popping. It was lit around these parts. And so I'm just really excited to be back with you all. So welcome back to The Sentiment. You are listening on Rainier Avenue Radio .world. Tune in every Wednesday, 6 p.m. We are live. So today, I don't have a guest, but today you will have me all to yourself, and we will be discussing what I like to call part 1 of all the things after the ring. So all the things after the ring, all the things after the wedding, all the things, if you have had one, all the things after you take the vows, all the things after you take the vows and you make the commitment to one another before God. And it's very important to me because I think it is very necessary to have some of those conversations about what it requires. I got a ping from one of my homegirls the other day for a show or for a live on Instagram. And this lady's name, she calls herself LB. And her tag is at the wife coach. And what she does is she spends time giving advice and giving wisdom, and also helping wives reach their fullest potential in their marriage, coming into open-mindedness and confidence and all the things. And one of the reasons why she makes this statement, she says that we have a lot of people who are married, but not a lot of people who are wives, or not a lot of people who are husbands. And so that is very true. You have a lot of people, you always hear single people like he don't act like a husband, or she don't act like a wife. So that resonated, because there is a lot of times, even maybe if you're very honest with yourself, where you don't feel like you're being a good wife or a good mother or a good friend, or a good project manager, whatever the case is. And so I think that it's very important to have these spaces where you have women being transparent and talking about maybe some of their challenges or some of the things that they struggled with as a wife as it pertains to this show. And I want to create a space that's healthy, that's safe, where I can have different women come on and share in their wisdom, sharing their advice, or just sharing their experience and really their perspectives about marriage and who they are as a wife, with the hopes that it'll empower other women. So today it's part 1 of all the things before the ring or after the ring, excuse me. And because we talk about a lot of stuff before the ring, talk about all the exciting things, but we don't talk about what it looks like when you get home, in the church as well. As a young lady who grew up in church, you heard about all the ways to keep yourself as a wife in waiting, but not how to keep yourself or how to conduct yourself in this space as a wife when challenges arise, and other things occur, and when you're losing yourself, or, there's so many different things that occur in marriages. And I think it's just very important to have these conversations. And what triggered a lot of that is because I am getting married in a week. And also, I wanted to continue to share my advice that I got. So we are sipping tea in more ways than one. So come sip with me. Again, you're listening to The Sentiment. It's your girl, Latrice Chenee, and you're listening on Rainier Avenue Radio World. So today is very special in so many ways. I have my teapot that my grandmother, who passed 2 years ago, has left me. And we're excited. So I am bringing that out. I have not brought that out, so I'm bringing that out. I kicked off this cup now. Shelly, don't be mad. My cousin Shelly got me and my future hubby some really, really cute glasses that say Established 2022. And my matron of honor, one of my very best friends of 30 years, Shonda, bought me a coaster that's made out of glass that says Mrs. So I am doing that today. And then what's also very special is, again, the advice from my tea shower. And it came in this. And what makes it even cuter, you all, is that they wrote the advice. It says advice for the bride in their little teapots. So I thought that this was the dopest little detail. If you're like me, you're into the details. And the bridal tea shower that my loved ones threw me was absolutely amazing down to the details. And I could not be more humbled. I could not be more grateful for them for providing me the honor of that bridal tea shower. I could say so much this evening. I want to start because I'm thinking of the gratitude in my heart for my shower and for that experience. I wanted to always mention that we plant seeds of anticipation. What do you mean by that, Latrice? So I am very big on celebrating and supporting, when I'm able, the women and the men in my life. This is why I have noticed that even in the midst of celebrating and being full of joy and excitement and happy for those people in that moment, sometimes it's hard to believe God for yourself. You're able to believe him for other people and celebrate and all of that. But I begin to learn to not only celebrate with other people in their moments, but put a seed of anticipation in my harvest of, God, I thank you that you're not mindful of just that one person, but you also are mindful of me, and you'll do it for me too. And to learn to have that anticipation and that faith to say, God, I'm here and I'm celebrating them, but I thank you that you're going to do it for me too. And in that moment, it may not even be something that you actually say, but that you just feel in your heart. So while I was busy being a bridesmaid 30,000 times, maid of honor, and planning weddings and doing day of coordination for all the beautiful brides who have allowed me the honor to assist them on their day, I also believe that I was planting a seed in doing that for my own harvest. And so it's time, it's my turn. And so I want to remind you all that if you're believing God for something, I don't care what it is, that when you're celebrating and you see people who have arrived at that destination or maybe received what you want, that you celebrate with them and you do it with pure intention and also believing God that also for your moment. So they're just blazing the trail for you and going before you, but you also can have it for yourself. So I want to remind the women of that. So don't be back there like, what is it about her, or that baby, or whatever it is. Don't do that. Why? First of all, why? It's not that serious. Don't be like that. That's ugly. But celebrate with those around you. That business that broke through, that she's so excited about, that website that looks amazing, that product that she put forth. If you believe in God for something for yourself, plant a seed, support that, plant a seed in the soil, and believe God for your own moment, because it will come. So that's all on that. Let's get into it, shall we? So this one says, the secret to a happy marriage is to always love yourself during the journey, but never lose yourself or beat yourself up. Don't forget to find time for each other. For a fun date night, get a room. I wish you both happiness and love. Words of wisdom was always remember the beginning. This is good. Always remember the beginning. Remember where it started. Remember why you fell in love in the first place and why you continue to grow in love. That's good. This is from my cousin Paris. Mwah. Thank you, cousin Paris. That's awesome. This one says, the secret to a happy marriage is to always operate in love. Keep God first. Don't forget to pray for each other. I wish you both peace, joy, and whatever you desire. Words of wisdom is to trust each other fully, and that's in caps, y'all. Love, Latrice. That is from my cousin Latrice, who is married to my cousin Raymond. Thank you, cousin Latrice. I give you kisses too. Thank you. Because this is gold, y'all. The secret to a happy marriage is to always show affection, but never go to sleep or to bed without saying, I love you. Don't forget, don't sweat the small stuff, y'all. For a fun date night, be spontaneous. I wish you both prosperity, continued love, one more baby, and forever. Words of wisdom, remember what brought you to this day. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. And this is from cousin Chandra. Thank you, cousin Chandra. No more babies though, okay? No more. The secret to a happy marriage is to always love, but never quit on each other. Don't forget, everything can be worked out. For a fun date night, lay in each other's arms. I wish you both joy and happiness. Words of wisdom is try to listen to each other and don't forget love. Thank you, Auntie Ronnie. Back upstairs, buddy. Okay, we will in a little bit. If you go back upstairs, Mommy, I'll let you. The secret to a happy marriage is to always be vulnerable, communicate, date often, intimacy, but never break each other's trust. Don't forget to keep God in the center. Standing a three-chord strand is not easily broken. For a fun date night, go to salsa, dance, coupled with a romantic dinner. I wish you both everlasting love, prosperity, joy, fulfillment, and a purpose-filled life together always and forever. Words of wisdom, keep the faith, keep it loving, and keep it spicy. Yes. Come on now, Yummy. Of course, that's my Yummy. That's Mrs. Michelle Ellington Delgado, y'all. I absolutely love her. Thank you, Yummy. Next, we have the secret to a happy marriage is always to communicate, but never be dismissive. Don't forget to have fun. For a fun date night, try a new bar. I wish you both much collective joy and prosperity. Words of wisdom, love like teens and grow as a couple. I absolutely love it. Thank you, cousin Alicia. Mwah. Love like teens. That is where the foundation of us started. We were high school sweethearts. So it absolutely feels like that all over again. The secret to a happy marriage is to always keep family out of your business, but never go to bed mad. Don't forget to love on each other. For a fun date night, go bowling. I wish you both love and happiness. In the words of wisdom, always communicate with others. No, with each other, excuse me. Aunt J-Lo. Mwah. Thank you, Jennifer. The secret to a happy marriage is to always pray for your husband and marriage, but never cheat. Don't forget, always be willing to serve. That's a good one. For a fun date night, staycation. I wish you both love and happiness, peace, and long-lasting marriage. Pray for wisdom. The words of wisdom is to pray for more wisdom. Now that's wisdom. Love you too, Tiffany girl. Thank you. This one must be good. It don't want to come out. Always keep God first. Stay away, but never stay away from tough talks. That's good. Don't forget to laugh and relish in the quiet. For a fun date night, something sexy with a bomb playlist. I wish you both the absolute best. Trust God. Excuse me. Words of wisdom. Trust God and trust each other. I'm sorry. This is little writing. They didn't put their name on it, but I like it. I absolutely love it. Words of wisdom. Trust God and trust each other. If you just tapped in, you are listening to Latrice Chenee on the Sentiment Rainier Avenue Radio World. Tap in. We're talking about the advice that I got for my bridal tea shower and overall, all the things after the ring and how to not only embrace yourself, not just being married, but as a wife, and how to continue to grow and evolve in that role. The secret to a happy marriage is to always communicate, but never tell anyone your business. Don't forget to say I love you. For a fun date night, wine and fireplace. I wish you both many years of happiness. Words of wisdom is to cherish one another. Love, Aunt Cynthia. Or is this Mom Cynthia? I had two. Well, she probably would have put Cindy. So thank you, Mom Cynthia. Be friends. Date always. Don't let anyone in. In the end, it's just you all. Never take time for you. I think she meant say take time for you. Don't forget, self-care is the best care, which you loved before the wedding. For a fun date night, paint each other. Ooh, come on, paint each other. Paint on each other, paint each other, paint each other. I'm not the artiste, but I'll give it a try. I wish you both love, blessings, and many years to come. The word of wisdom is always seek wise counsel. Come on. I hear Encanto upstairs. That's my kid's new thing, y'all. We don't talk about Bruno. No. Okay. The secret to happy marriage is to always compromise, but never lose yourself. Don't forget to date each other. For a fun date night, Top Golf. Come on now. Who's this? Who is this? I don't know who this is. I think this is Cousin Phyllis. I love Top Golf. That's like a secret. One of the secret things I love to do is play golf. I'm competitive with myself. I wish you both love, peace, and happiness. Words of wisdom is to never go to bed angry. Cousin Phyllis. Mwah. Thank you, dear. Hopefully I'll be able to get all these out. For the happy marriage, y'all, let him win sometime. Never let him win too much. Don't forget he chose you. For a fun date night, cook dinner together. I wish you both good health and wealth. Words of wisdom. Why it's great to be us. Amen. Love, Larissa. Oh, thank you, Riss. See if I can get the rest of these out. And I'm going to stop after this so we have some time to go over some of these keys that the wife coach laid out. I thought was pretty interesting. The secret to a happy marriage is to always be quick to forgive. Good stuff. Never be spiteful in speech. Don't forget to show appreciation and love. For a fun date night, paintball, Argosy cruise. Yes. I wish you both nothing but happiness and love. Words of wisdom. This is your love story. Write it well. Not certain who this is, but I love it. Thank you. The secret to a happy marriage is to always listen to each other, but never dismiss each other. Don't forget to stay in the moment and always have joy. For fun date night, a long drive in silence. I wish you both love, joy, peace, and even when it's hard, always pray. Words of wisdom, pray and cover each other. Love, Auntie Dewana. One thing my Aunt Dewana said to me, and she lost her husband recently, and is still growing through that and processing that in her life. She mentioned to me, she said, nothing is worth it. She said, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't argue over the small stuff. Life is too short. It's not that serious. It's not worth it. And that's one thing I will take, and I will listen. Because sometimes when we've lost the opportunity to love something, and we did it, it was taken from us, we have more insightful wisdom to share, because in hindsight, we can see some things that we may have did or that may have happened that we wish we would have corrected. So I take wisdom from those who have lived the experience, who have lost in the experience, and who have something to share. So thank you, Aunt Dewana, for that. Oh, we're sipping hibiscus berry this evening too, by the way, y'all. So the wife coach, Miss LB, says, what misses are you? There's several different parts of misses. There are several other misses that you are. You embody all the misses, right? She talked about Mrs. Controlling, Mrs. Sarcastic, and Mrs. Nagging on this live that she was on. And these are the misses that can destroy the successful wife that you're trying to become, or destroy the marriage overall. So, or destroy the relationship with your husband. And everything that she says, as we know, everything that we learn, we can apply it to the husbands as well, right? But we're not focused on what we can't control, because we can't control the husbands. We pray and we allow God to deal with them accordingly until we see the manifestation of whatever it is we're believing for. But we can only control ourselves. So we're focused on the women today, okay? We're focused on the wives. So she talked about misses that bring contention in your marriage. And what she states that's extremely profound is that all women that are married aren't wives. She states that it could be the little things. So this resonated with me because I'm particular about some things. Some things I'm not too particular about, and there's other things that I'm extremely particular about. I want them a certain kind of way. I know that about myself, especially when it comes to maybe things with the children, not necessarily something like what they're wearing, which is one of the examples she used, but maybe something at their birthday party that I absolutely want to have, and it has to be a certain type of way, has to be a certain type of cupcake, or it has to be from Trinita at the Sugar Pusher, or it has to be, like, so just those, or Alonzo, so good desserts. So, because I am like that, I'm straight up. I like to go with certain people for certain things because I love presentation, taste, efficiency, professionalism. All of those things play into it for me. But that is also, if my spouse wants to assist with that, am I going to allow him to assist with that and add his opinion or his expertise and maybe somebody he wants to go with, or am I going to try to control the situation to where it turns into something bigger than what it needs to, right? So basically just relinquishing, with the small things, relinquishing some of that control. And it gets deeper than that, obviously, but that's a small example. She's talking about, do you create issues where they don't need to be? Let go, control and correct, and learn to be flexible. So the homework that she had for the missus, she said, what's one way Mrs. Controlling shows up in your marriage, and why do you think she does? So she talked about Mrs. Sarcastic. Are you easy to talk to? She talked about Mrs. Nagging. She said when she stopped nagging, her husband's feet stopped dragging. She talked about communicating. And with the breakdown of communication, you have to make sure that you're the only one that you can control. So the homework was to find yourself, what do you find yourself fussing about at the house or in general? And then she also mentioned what you're teaching your children in the midst of how you communicate when you're fussing, etc. So there's a lot to that. I want to go into that with another wife. There's so much more. And I want to be able to go into it with another wife. So I won't go into a lot of that today. It really was just about me celebrating the fact that I'm getting ready to get married and sharing with you all the advice that I got from my bridal tea shower. And now being a mommy is calling. Thank you all for joining me on the sentiment. I am so looking forward to the next time that we meet. Please check out at The Wife Coach. She's awesome on Instagram. If you're looking for ways to grow and evolve as a wife, just as a woman, period, in purpose and promise. So until next time. Just different. Thank you for listening to The Sentiment. Please join me next time with the next topic and the next guest that graces us with their presence. In the meantime, be blessed and be gracious and kind to yourself and others. Mwah. Mwah.